today to talk about where there's a right, there's a remedy. So the standing of the Sidor People's Tribunal 2021 and the standing of the second tribunal, Sidor-in-Law People's Tribunal, to examine the impact of the state pension age changes on 50s women, the standing is irrefutable and attempts to traduce our work and reputation amount to defamation. Are we making notes of those comments, let's say, and archiving them? So there are 7 party leaders and hundreds of their colleagues now belonging to Sir George's ADR group, either by signing up to the group and or signing the 4 early day motions which underpin that work. And those early day motions are also supported by multiple e-petitions totaling 1 million supporters over the years since we've been going. So we are confident about the parliamentary will and the electorate's voice in this matter regarding 50s women and the UK and international laws being breached, and why those rights inherent in the judge's report means that there's a remedy in law. The PHSO has been advised about the judge's report findings, and we've told him our expectations regards his final report, in that he's obligated to address those findings. And obviously that helps WASPI in their endeavours to get the best settlement, which at this moment is not looking as good as 50s women would like it to be. So the settlement talks within the ADR mediation, that invitation remains on the table and it will never be taken off until that invitation is accepted. And there are ways and means to bring that about, but that's a detail that we need not share right now. So as I said, the UK and international laws have been breached, and where there's a right, as in those laws, there's a remedy, and the remedy is for restitution via CEDAW, and for instance, a temporary special measure brought about by a statutory instrument. Or, ministers can just bring about a remedy of their own volition. It's a very easy process. It's not complicated. It does not change primary legislation. So we call for all political parties to publicise the support for this ADR, mediation settlement talks. And also to let everybody know that we have made inquiries about a class action in this matter, which we're listening very closely to what we're hearing about our options there and how we might bring about a class action. So what we would like to do is thank everybody who has written, 50s women, their friends and family, who have written to their MPs and brought them on board this initiative, and which is getting behind the Right Honourable Sir George Howarth MP's ADR group, and obviously the judge's report brought about by the Honourable Dr. Jocelyn Scott AO. So we want to thank you for your help in doing that, and impress upon those who have not yet written to their MPs to ask them to publicise, not only get behind the initiative itself, but actually publicise the fact that they have done that. We're doing our best to make sure that everybody hears about it, but we cannot allow anyone to sit on their hands, and that means parliamentarians, and it means actually victims themselves. So please, if you don't know what to do, it's simple. You write to your MP and you say, I am your constituent, here's my name and address. I would like to invite you to join Sir George Howarth's Alternative Dispute Resolution Group to bring about settlement talks. It's as simple as that. You don't need a template. And in any way, templates, they won't get past the firewall, the parliamentary firewall. So once again, you just say very simply what I've just said. Publicise all our EDMs. That's numbers the latest one is 1040 and EDM 430 is still live. Publicise all our petitions. They're on our website, they're on our output, they're everywhere. Please, don't write to us and say, what are you doing? We were asked to say to you, very simply, these things you can do for yourself and for everybody who's been affected. Okay, we're at the 11th hour here, and we're very pleased to have quashed the the UK Supreme Court's out of time decision with the judge's report as well. So we've not only had two tribunals whose standing is irrefutable, we've actually quashed that decision, which the Wednesbury unreasonableness of that decision anyway was utterly ridiculous. So, it's bank holiday today. Have, as far as you can, be with your friends and family, but take 5 minutes out to do what I've done. Have your breakfast and do that. Then have the rest of the day and think to yourself, I was there. I was there when the call for help, to help myself and all my colleagues. I was there and I helped and I did this. And publicise the fact that you've done that. We look at every single post that people try to put on the Facebook site, but we don't have the resources to manage hundreds of comments. So we're focusing on the things I've just told you about. We do take some posts and we put them up and we give a reply where we think there's enough people asking the same question. So the PHSO must address the judge's report findings. The ADR group is one that your MP is able to join very simply by just saying he will do that or she will do that. Publicise the petitions, publicise the EDMs, and help us to, if necessary, we would prefer to have immediate settlement talks. But, this class action is not something we do because we're fond of hard work. No, it's if it becomes necessary. But what we want is immediate talks so that we can bring about a swift settlement. And it's for restitution through CEDAW. And we have the support of, the CEDAW committee in our work. They gave evidence to our tribunals. And we've been out there in Geneva. We've done so much to help this process along. So what we're saying to you, ladies, and your families and your friends is to help you and others yourself. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.